Well guys, the championship is won, but the man with the most badass name in the world, Toto Wolf, has just dropped a massive bombshell on Redbull after the FIA's decision following all the current events going on in Formula 1. Mercedes have really struggled with the W13 this year, and now with just 4 races left in the season, it is also looking very unlikely that they will manage to finish second in the Constructors. But then again, with Ferrari and team boss Spengler at the helm, they could just as easily mess up their own season in the last 4 races with some shoddy shot calling, so anything is possible still.
Stay out.
But that's enough about Ferrari. Let's talk about Toto Wolf and Red Bull. It's no secret that any time Wolf and Horner are within close proximity of one another, that the tension could be cut with a knife, and they both look ready to throw down the gauntlet and exchange a few punches. And whilst I don't condone the violence, I don't know about you guys, but I would pay a high premium to see Wolf versus Horner in the ring. But moving on from Fight Club fantasies, let's get down to the reason you are here. So heading into the next race in America, Mercedes are equipping their final aero upgrade of the season. But whether it will make much of a difference is anyone's guess. Whenever we get excited by a new Mercedes development, it seems to open up more problems in other areas of the car. However, this upgrade is said to help the Silver Arrow shed some unwanted weight from the bouncy beast, and Andrew Chauvelin also had this to say in regards to the upgrade. Austin is the final step of our aerodynamic development, and that will hopefully give us a bit more performance, but more importantly, with every step we are learning more and more about the car, and that learning can carry over into next year. There are also a few areas where we have reduced the weight of certain components, which will hopefully get the car closer to the weight limit. So I like to think that if nothing else, Mercedes have learnt what not to do in terms of building a car that looks good on paper, but won't transfer over into the real world. And hopefully for Mercedes fans, they will bring a car into 2023 which will be able to properly compete with the likes of Ferrari and Red Bull moving forward. But you might still be asking, what is this bombshell that I have promised you in the title? Well, first off, if you have stuck around to this point in the video, then thank you ever so much for wasting 2 minutes of your life. And why not consider hitting the like button and subscribing so more people can see the video and do the same thing. So the news that has been plastered all over Twitter and anywhere you look is in regards to the cost cap that Red Bull and Aston Martin have allegedly breached in 2021. Well, not allegedly anymore, as the FIA have confirmed that Red Bull have been found to have exceeded the budget last year. However, it is below a 5% margin, keeping them in the minor breach threshold. But let's not overlook the fact that the budget was $145 million, and 5% of that is an eye-watering $7-ish million. Hardly minor in my opinion. What about yours? Now I know many of you would like to forget the final race of last year's season with all the controversy surrounding it, but I have to bring it up again. The breach would have massive implications in regards to the last year's title fight, with a worst case scenario of the title being stripped from Verstappen, which is unlikely. But what seems to really grind Toto's gears is the fact that the breach could have helped Red Bull in regards to their 2022 RB18 as well, with Toto Wolf having this to say. We haven't produced lightweight parts for the car in order to bring us down from double digits with being overweight this year, because we simply do not have the money, so we need to do it for next year's car instead. We cannot homologate a lightweight chassis and bring it in just because it's $2 million over the budget cap. So as you can see, every spend has a performance advantage. Toto also added that Red Bull's minor breach is not the correct term to use, and if the FIA punishments are minimal in terms of the overspending, then maybe Mercedes will do the same next year to bring themselves back to the top of the constructors and deal with any minor slaps on the wrist later. Now I do have to agree with what Toto has said. You can't just overspend and be slapped with a fine that does not hurt your on-track performance. There needs to be stiffer punishments in place. It seems that with certain F1 teams on the grid that the FIA give an inch and the teams take a country mile. Breaches should be dealt with swiftly and harshly, with both driver and constructor points deducted. But that's my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments down below. But with that said guys, that's the video today. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more Formula 1 content like this. And until the next one, bye bye.